As a campaigner for fog over many, many years, it's really nice to see that we got a group together that can actually take some of the discussion points and make something meaningful out of it. You know, fog is a ticking time bomb, always has been. It is something that as long as humans inhabit this planet, we're going to have fog. There is no going away from it. Until the day we start eating tablets as our food source, it's never going to end. You know, fog is the sort of result of lipid and animal and vegetable fat, and that is ending up in our sewers. There's very little that can be done with fog once it has entered the waste system. But to prevent it going down the waste system, we need to look at the overall scenario and try to increase the source, if you like, of yellow grease, which is one part of fog that can be used in the biofuel production. The other side, once it's gone down the sewer, it's too late. One needs to do something with it. That, at the moment, is landfill. Landfill takes more than 70 years to break down fog, and that is not a good scenario because what we're landfilling is actually contaminated waste.
Today's debate's been great because it's been given us a chance to air the problems that we think that are obvious to us, and we found out those problems through the work that we've been doing to make the public aware of the issues surrounding fog. And in doing that, we've come across a number of stumbling blocks, and those stumbling blocks we've been able to talk about today. It's been good for us to find out in particular about what's been happening in Dublin, and it seems sensible to me to carry on that system there of actually licensing the establishments. So the idea that the polluter pays, they're not a polluter yet, possibly they are, but the idea is that it's the onus on them to make sure that their house is in order, because by doing that they protect the environment. Anglian Water's been doing a huge amount of work to raise awareness about the problem, but we can't go to that next stage unless we get some change in regulations and in the law. And doing that will bring about some big differences, I think, for water companies. We'll be able to say to local governments, to our MPs, this is a problem, this is an issue, help us change the law and do something about it. Because we found that the biggest problem, the biggest stumbling block really has been in that regulation.
I hope everybody who came out to this event today has taken away the fact that fats, oils and greases is a major challenge for society. We need our sewage system, and the more we put some of these things into the sewers, the less capacity we've got. But I think the consensus here is that we need to tackle the issue with fats, oils and greases with commercial establishments. We need to do also this within the domestic setting as well. It is critical because if we don't, we just cause our sewers to block. We reduce the capacity, and with climate change and the need to accommodate more runoff and things like that is going to continue to be a problem. So among some of the things we need to do in England and Wales, we need to find better ways of making the legal framework work for us. We also have to make sure that all stakeholders who are involved in this process get involved. We need the supermarkets, we need the environmental health officers, we need the local authorities, we need the water companies, we need the restaurant associations, all to get involved in making sure that the enforcement process is done properly.